The following is a presentation on the Donniesport 17 Network. Two, three, four. I'm bringing football back, and that's a fact. I'm bringing football back, sexy back. Put it back on the track, Jack. Football, football, Bringing football back, bringing football back, bringing football back, bringing football back. I'm bringing football back. Football is like bacon. And the Donniesport football show is frying up a big skillet full of it. Dig in. Who knows? You may sit right next to Batman. Wipe me down. 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 Welcome to the football show on the Donniesport 17 Network on YouTube. Woo! That's right. You don't watch the Donniesport football show? Yep. Mountain Man's gonna come to the podcast.
Find the right foot either way.
Yes. Indeed. Go Mountaineers.
Let's go Mountaineers.
Yes.
I've never seen 7 quarterbacks on a Bill Snyder roster before. Upon going through the entirety of the spring, I was wondering if you could assess the quarterback spot right now, and then also the summer transfer, Jonathan Banks, what he possesses and how he might fit into the mix.
Well, yes, we do have 7 quarterbacks, Scott. I think probably 4 of them at this particular point in time, in my eyes anyway, should be competitive for the position. We will go into our proverbial 2-a-day practices with that in mind. It's hard to get all the repetition that you would like with 4 guys sharing the opportunities, so it will be significant for us to be able to pare that down as quickly as we possibly can. I don't know how fast that will be. Right now, they're all on equal footing. The 3 of them went through spring practice. The young guy that you mentioned, Jonathan Banks, has just recently joined us. A very athletic young guy. We haven't seen him in a practice environment yet, so that remains to be seen. But he will be, one of the 4 probably that will be certainly in competition for the position. I think they're all good young guys. They all care. They're all good teammates. They all do things the right way. They all want to succeed. So I think it'll be very competitive. It's just a matter of being able to sort it out as quickly as we can.
Question on the aisle right side.
Kevin Haskin to be Capital Journal. Don't worry about it.
Where are you at, Kevin?
Right here.
I got you. Okay.
Regarding the Big 12's new rule restricting live contact, what do you think of the rule? Has the amount of contact in your practices changed over the years, and how much do players need to have contact to get acclimated to games?
Well, I would think that you have to have some. It doesn't. It will not affect us because the rule, as I define it, as it is in place right now, we've had discussions of that in our conference meetings, is identical to what our needs are. So, it doesn't alter anything that we have done, so we don't have to make any changes in that respect. I like the way we do our practice. We've been doing it the same way for a long time. It plays out to favor, what we do, I think.
We've got a question on the side, Barry.
Barry Trammell with the Oklahoman on your left, Bill, over here.
Okay.
A lot of talk about expansion the last few weeks got risen up again. You've long advocated for a championship game, no matter what the conference format is. How do you stand on expansion? Do you feel like the league needs to get back to 12, or is 10 okay as long as you have a championship game?
Well, let me try, Barry, to answer it this way. I've long been an advocate, of a certain way, and only because of its value to Kansas State. I mean, everybody has different opinions about it, and I understand that. We all have to think about, collectively the conference and certainly our own programs and our own universities. I have always favored, the way, it was at one time. I favor a 12-team conference. I favor 2 divisions, and I favor a championship game. You might remember that, when we hit that format, we were one of only 2 teams that played a game in December, and that was one of only 2 conferences. That was the Big 12 conference and the SEC. Now we're the only conference that does not, do that and have that particular format. I know it's hard to come by with being a 10-team conference, but and as I said, I understand. Everybody doesn't want to do it that way, and they all have very adequate reasons why they would not want to do it that way, because of what it means to their particular programs. That's just my opinion.
Got a question on the front second row, right in front of the coach over on the right-hand side. Put your hand up, please. Thank you.
Coach Buckner from Fan React. Clearly, you are very passionate about your fan base, and your fan base is extremely passionate about Kansas State football. In light of all this awesome new renovations that y'all have going on right now, can you just talk to how important that fan base is to making Kansas State so special?
Well, it goes back to, the history, I think, as much as anything. When we went to Kansas State University in '89, Kansas State University was a step away from being eliminated from what we, defined as Division I football at the time. And we had an average attendance of 13,000, give or take. And there was an NCAA rule in place at the time that indicated that to be a Division I team, you had to have an average attendance of 19,000. So there was discussion in the Board of Regents what to do, move to a lower level or drop football altogether. Both were on the table, and our fans stepped up, and we went above the necessary number the first season. And